Morning, everybody. So today I'm working on taking the torque box back apart, the rocker extension. I've got them all screwed together. Now I need to get everything cleaned up and get some primer on there so that or some weld through primer on there so I can get this welded up in here, and then I can put the floor plans together inside because they sandwich in here when I weld everything together. So I need to get this all completely put together. So first step, take it all back apart, get it all cleaned up, get it all primered, put it back together, and then we can start welding. So that's the plan for today. So stay with me. Contour tool from Eastwood really works to clean this stuff up. This is a lot of uneven surfaces. It's got this undercoating crap on it, and it's just taking it right off. Glad I bought this tool. I've got it all cleaned up, and then I etched it with this Eastwood self-etching weld-through primer. So I got that all primed on the inside. I got the panels primed over there on the bench, and I'm ready to start putting them together, putting some screws in them, and yeah, ready to weld. So I'm going to put the rocker extension in. Like I said, I've got 100 screw holes, so they will self-align. And then I'm going to put the torque box on, and then I'm going to weld this along here. I'm not going to weld the two panels together, like I said, because I have the floor pan has got to get in that seam, and the inner rocker I think has to get in there as well. So that back, I'm not going to weld the two together until I get the inner rocker up in there. So I might weld the front of it just for support, but I'm not going to weld back where those seams come together. So here we go. Okay, so I'm using my VVG method here. I've got the screws through. I'm going to pull one screw out at a time, and then I'm going to drill it with a 1/4 inch drill to go through the first layer. So I got a nice drill through spot, and then I'm going to leave the second layer just exposed. So then when I weld it in there, I get a good fillet weld. So, or plug weld, whichever you want to call it. So, got to pull one screw out. Oh, I get my gloves on. So I want to get these screws out specifically so that when I put this panel on, I don't have the screw heads in the way. So that's my reason for doing these first. You want to make sure you don't go through both layers. Only go through the first layer. So kind of a funny story. This copper block here is all squared and true on the mill. And this was one of the lessons that you saw in the previous video for Al Craig. My father-in-law, top-notch machinist, before he let me machine anything, he made me do this block. And this block is 1 by 1 by 2 inches exactly. But yeah, I've always kept this over the years because yeah, my father-in-law taught me how to do this on the Bridgeport. So anyways, just a little backstory. So in conclusion from today, I was able to take and get this thing all welded in along the top here, and then welded in the rocker extension, connected together by enough screws. And then I also put the floor pan in and set that. That's a screw sticking through here. And so I made it really nice and solid. Then I got the board in, tightened up, and then jacked it up from there and measured everything out, and it's really, really close, left to right. So I think I'm really good with that. But yeah, so it's all nice and solid now. Now that I'm cutting the floor pan out, get the inner rocker in there, and then I can start welding this stuff up when I make sure everything connects. I do have a couple small things that I have to do over here, you know, with fixing this down here and then fixing this back here. That has to go in with the rocker issue. And then I'm going to paint the inside of it with 415, the rocker, so I can make sure that it lasts for a long, long time. But yeah, I'm making progress, but it seems like, you know, it's little progress, but it takes time. So I'll talk to you guys next time, but thanks for joining me on the Firebird, and have a good day.